Alright, if you are still gaming on a low-end PC, I know exactly how it feels. You open a game, hit play, and then you are praying it does not turn your laptop into a toaster. But here's the good news. You do not need a monster PC to have a great time. Some games are actually built to run well on weak hardware and still feel fun, big, and worth your time. So in this video, I am counting down 5 PC games that can run on an i3 4GB RAM, and even no dedicated graphics card in some cases, depending on your settings. And I'm not just picking games that barely run. These are games that are actually worth playing. Good performance, good gameplay, and a lot of fun. Let's jump in. 5. Tomb Raider 2013. Starting with Tomb Raider 2013, and this is one of the best low-end PC action games you can play. It gives you that cinematic adventure feel without needing a crazy setup. You get exploration, climbing, shooting, survival, and a really strong story with Lara Croft at the center. What makes this game great for low-end PCs is that it still looks impressive even when you turn the settings down. If you keep the resolution reasonable and lower the shadows, it can run surprisingly well. And the best part is that it is just fun. The game keeps moving. There is always something to do, whether you are sneaking through enemy camps, solving a small puzzle, or fighting your way out of a bad situation. It feels big, but it does not ask too much from your machine. 4. Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is one of those games people forget can still be a good low-end pick if you are willing to tweak it a bit. On a weaker PC, you are not going to max it out, obviously, but the experience is still solid if you lower the settings and keep the resolution in check. The city atmosphere, the hacking mechanics, and the stealth gameplay are what make it stand out. You're not just running and shooting, you are controlling traffic lights, cameras, barriers, and the whole city starts to feel like your playground. That makes it a really cool choice for low-end players because even if the visuals are turned down, the gameplay still feels clever and modern. It is one of those games where the idea is strong enough to carry the whole experience. 3. Sleeping Dogs. Now this one is a classic. Sleeping Dogs is one of the best open-world action games ever made, and it runs much better than a lot of people expect. If you have a weaker PC, this is exactly the type of game you want. It has great combat, a strong story, and a city that feels alive without being too heavy on hardware. What makes Sleeping Dogs special is the hand-to-hand combat. It feels punchy, fast, and satisfying. You are also driving through Hong Kong, doing missions, getting into street fights, and dealing with the triads. The game has a good balance of action and atmosphere, and it still holds up really well today. If your PC is struggling with newer games, Sleeping Dogs is one of those titles that can save your gaming session. 2. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. If you want one of the most fun, low-end friendly open worlds ever made, Black Flag belongs on this list. This game is not just about Assassin's Creed, it is about being a pirate. You are sailing, exploring islands, boarding ships, and living that pirate fantasy in a way that still feels amazing years later. On a low-end PC, Black Flag can be adjusted to run pretty smoothly, and once it does, the experience is worth it. The sea battles alone make it special. You're not just walking around a giant city for no reason. You are out on the water, chasing treasure, upgrading your ship, and getting into naval combat that still feels exciting. If you want a game that gives you freedom, fun, and great adventure without needing a powerful setup, this one hits hard. And at number 1, Far Cry 4. This is probably the best balance of performance and fun on the whole list. It gives you a huge open world, guns, vehicles, outposts, animals, and complete chaos, but it is still one of the more manageable modern games for weaker PCs if you lower the settings right. Far Cry 4 is amazing because you always have something to do. You can attack an outpost, hunt animals, drive across the mountains, or just mess around in the world. Kyrat is beautiful, dangerous, and packed with action. The game does a great job of making you feel powerful, even on modest hardware. It is one of those titles that can keep you busy for hours without making you feel like you need a high-end rig to enjoy it. If your PC is low-end, this is the kind of game that makes you realize you do not need the latest hardware to have a great time. So there you have it. 5 games that can still give you a strong experience on an i3, 4GB RAM, or even a PC with no graphics card, depending on how you set them up. If you enjoyed this list, make sure to subscribe for more low-end PC game videos, because there is a lot more where this came from. And if you want, I can do a part 2 with even...
大佬，唔好殺我啊！ 攞籌啊！